you want to do a smaller step size. So say that's your full step size, but only do half. Yeah? Okay? But we want to increase that distance after stretch. Just space the same way back and forth, so you stretch on both sides. Okay, up. So as you can see, your dynamic warm-up still improves the footwork. And it's really important that we get that. Get space the same way, so then you stretch the other leg. So first, take it up, stretch it, you're jumping. Stretch it, that's it. Keep slow, keep still. Good job. Alright, so what we're going to do is a little bit of strength and conditioning before we start. So one of the ones we're going to do, you can do this wrong and get knocked out of it. So it's not a race. We want you to get more explosive. So we're going to do a couple of drills, alright? So your first drill is not a race, not a distance jump. All we want you to do is steer motion. Steer motion. Okay, we want you to go to 45 degree angle, jump as far as you can, hold for 3, and then jump as far as you can. You're not going in a straight line, you're going 45 degrees, 45 degrees. And you just fall to the top and then jog back. Okay? So let's spread out so you've got room. And now we're putting small strains on the kids' legs, helping them become more explosive. Okay? As well as more flexible, because they're going to start reaching out. So we're all going to jump that way first when you're comfortable, and then you'll naturally just start spreading out, okay? But you've got to jump, and the big thing is, you've got to show me your core strong enough to hold you for 3 before you launch. Yeah? So we're trying to see, are you strong enough to hold your body for 3? Go! 1, 2, oh, 3. Go! 1, 2, 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 3. Go! And jump back there. Quicker. Done. They probably went at a 10 degree angle. Alright, so we weren't really getting much out of that. You're just stretching forward and you weren't working what we want to work, which is your explosiveness on your fast twitch fibers. So if I go forward, that was really just a stretch. And let me just exaggerate. Without jumping, I was probably just doing that. Yeah? If you go sideways, then there'll be air time. So I want you to jump and get into the air. Does that make sense? So instead of going that way, just kind of like 10 degrees that way, I go 45 degrees. Okay, you know, 45 degrees is good. More sideways. So let's try that one again. Ready? Go! 1. Get the one for you. Use that so you can land in there. 1, 2, 3, go! 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 Excellent job. Excellent job. Now you work our quads, strongest muscles on our body. You're going to go forward now. It's going to help your jump. It's going to help your explosiveness when you get out and running. Okay? So we're really going to isolate them. You have to start, and you're not allowed to bounce with your bum on your head. Yeah? And then I want you to count how many of these jumps it takes you to get to that red line. So you're powering up, you're jumping. You have to come back down and then power up and jump. Does that make sense? Alright, so you can do it. You can do it. Ready? Get down, go the heel, and straight one. Okay, land, get your bum down, and notice they're flat footed there. We need to get them on the ball to their feet, and then power up, go! You get the ball to your feet, you should be on the ground, knees in, if your knees are out, so your knees should be straight, if your knees are out, you're not torn up. Knees in, and go! Okay, bum down, not your head, get your bum down, knees in, push them out, get your knees in, your knees are out, keep your tucking in the muscles, knees in, and power up, go! Back in your arms there, so I can get that. I want you going straight, yeah? Non-stop, leave it up, go! Okay, that's what we're doing. Great job, on your way back, go, 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 go. So these are the strength and conditioning exercises that get you better athletes. Better athletes means better defenders, better better rebounders, better running up full court, better being defense or an offense, and a player that can beat their player with the jump. It doesn't need fancy moves. We see it, boom. That's what you need better after. So just go and look at that movement. See an idea? Right, shoot, jump, and keep shooting there. So you're going to go flat now. You're going to lift your knees, and you're going to launch. And then this leg back, but this leg is going to go forward with the jump. Yeah? So we're just going. Is that it? Are we ready? Now nose, lift the knee and jump. And one third time. Go! Oh no, no. One leg, and then the other leg jump. So what do you do? See that? Yeah? Ready? Go! Go! Oh, balance, core strength, balance, core strength. Now, this works two things, the two things he talked about. Covering more distance and your flexibility, because they're going to now exaggerate and stretch more, and that step slide now is going to get more explosive. Is that okay? That's a good idea. Every time I'm talking, you can carry over the That's a good job. Excellent. Okay? So, we're going to show you one defensive jump. I'm going to have to cut out a lot of stuff here to make up for that half hour. But this is the key to, I think, a good defense. It's not the step slide in the middle of the drill. There was a stat on the Women's World Cup, I think it was 2017, okay? 78% of the people got beat before the ball had even bounced. Why? Because they closed out of control, and the girl faked them out, and they were beat on the first step. So the first step is probably the most important thing, okay? So we're going to do a thing called the close-out jump. Okay, girls? We are going to start in a corner of the band 20. So we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah? We use 6 corners. And what we're going to do is close out. Do you see the service line? Do you see that white service line? That's the service line. So the corner of the box. Yeah? The corner of the box. And you're going to imagine the person you're defending is over there. Alright? Now most of the time when your girl doesn't have the ball, you're sagging off playing help. Or you're slightly out of position because you're pinching up the passing lane. So the whole idea is to learn that when your girl gets the ball, then you don't get beat. But you still got to close out quick enough that you're playing an women's NBA player that you can't get a shot off. So you can't be so slow to let them shoot. And you can't be so fast that you're out of control. So then you just get beat in the dribble. Does that make sense? Now, when do you start moving to your girl? When do you start moving? When we watch video highlights of lower level basketball, so I'm about to take a team that was playing local league, and they're going into National League next year, they're drawing the Wolves. And one of the big things we watched was their talent and size allowed them to only start moving when the ball was caught. But then we watched the Super League game, and we watched the best defenders. They were moving when the ball was being released by the pass. So they were in position on the catch. Okay, and that is a major difference in the level of play. Okay, so we watched the whole video, just look at that close-out, and there wasn't one time that they were ever in position on the catch. They only started moving on the catch. They watched the ball to see what happened, and then they went, oh, my man's got the ball, now I'm closing out. Not acceptable at a high level. And we need to teach it this level. So we're not going to have time for the shell jump, but we've got a team defensive section, but we'll see you've got to move on the pass. Does that make sense? So, what we're looking at now is the close-out. You will move when you know your players are taking the ball. So as soon as the pass is made, what's the first thing you yell out, girl? What's the first thing you yell out? No, because you're guarding the ball. Coaches. No, that's kind of tension. I know what you mean. You yell ball. You tell your other team, Yep. And depending on our player, depends on how much you shuffle step right. So she is super fast and not a great shooter. You're preparing for her to move from right here. And you're closing out, but you're ready for her to start dribbling. She's a great shooter and terrible dribbler, then you probably will run another step or two and only shuffle out at the end. Yeah, it's danger recognition. If they're 50-50, run out 3 quarters of the way and shuffle out the rest. Yeah? When we close out, we're going to imagine that we're taking away one side. So we're taking away this side, and we're going to step side to the opposite corner of the basketball. We're going to step side over there, and then we're going to repeat the same thing. Sprint up here, shuffle step where you're ready to step side, and then you slide down the other way. Now normally we do circuits to these, but due to time, we're only going to ask you to do 3. Yes? So 4! Step right, step right, step right. 4! Step right, step right, step right. That's 1 lap, and you just do 3. There's only one thing I'm looking for. How do you shuffle out? So a lot of people when they shuffle out, the moment the players are about to move, some people jump. And if you're in midair, you're going to get beat. That makes sense? Some people do a lunge at the end, which is right in midair. So they shuffle out, and at the end they do a lunge. Now that's like being in midair. You got to keep contact with the ground. So I need you to stay shuffling out that last half. Yeah? Just stutter step, shuffle step, keep it all different things. But I'm on, I'm ready to go. That makes sense? So we're only going to do 3. Okay? You go that corner. You can start in that corner. You can start in the next corner there. Start in the next corner there. See the far end, go there. Go. Far end, that corner. Go. Yes.
You can tell. You can tell.
Just 4 weeks down. Good job, girls. Back to your corner. And then there's like 5 levels. I'm going to show you one more level. But you understand the drill, okay? This time, okay? I want you to drop step. The big thing is the drop step. You're still going to run out, still going to shuffle, still cold ball at the beginning. But now the halfway point. When you drop step, imagine you were stopping the player going this way. When they start going that way, they're ahead of you. So the drop step is to give you space. But the best is drop step and extend in one motion. And you've got to get that extension if you want to stop a player when they go forward. But if you